We are reconfiguring how we raise these pigs. They're supposed to be on pasture, so we're going to make it that way. That's the gate to go in the grazing area. It'll come to the end. I'm pointing a lot, but you can't tell where. To the end of this pen right here where we had the pigs before. That's just going to be I don't know what. But back there is going to be 6 pens that are 100 by 30, and hopefully we can move pigs in and out to recover each of the pens as we use them. The rest of it will be grazing area. It gives the meat a sweeter taste when they've eaten on pasture. These pens are just a disaster with the water from the stock tank kind of leaching in, and then it's just natural drainage for the overflow of the stock tank, and it's muddy in there. It's a mess, so we're getting them out of that. Can't drive through this swampy area, so we bought this utility cart that holds 2,100 pounds. Slow motion. We had to set all the corner posts and the posts for gates and stuff. At least we had helpers, Crockett and the turkeys. This is what cows do. You set something up and they're like, ooh, something to rub on, something to mess up. Let's go. We moved the smallest pigs into the sheep pen. We were just a little worried about the depth of the mud and if the stock tank ever gave way on the dam. I have been cleaning it because pig poop stinks. But this is Ginny, Hermione, and Neville in this sheep pen for now, and we move Katniss under the barn where it would be a little more dry. We're finally getting a little bit of green grass, so we were able to cut some for them, and they devoured it. And how can we do anything without the turkey's help? We moved Katniss under the barn, and that was because we knew she was close to giving us
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
These little surprises. On Valentine's Day, she had 2 little boys. I named the black one Cinna and the white one Finnick to keep with the Hunger Games theme. Gained a lot of knowledge about sheep from Sheepishly Me on YouTube. I watch it religiously. Finnick was born first, and she definitely favors him more than Cinna. So I went ahead and gave Cinna a bottle of colostrum that first day because they can die pretty quick without colostrum. Here I helped him get on Mom. I haven't seen him actually find the teat since then, so I keep giving him bottles. He's drinking a lot from me, so it tells me he's pretty hungry and not getting much from Mom. At 2 days old, I did dock their tails with a band and I castrated them. It's better to go when they're really young. It just heals faster. You dock tails because of fly strike. It's a blowfly that will bury itself within the sheep and can kill them within 3 to 6 days. And keeping the tails docked just keeps it a little more sanitary and won't have that poop kind of all over their butt. They have no feeling in those banded parts and they'll just fall off. With baby goats due next week, we needed the stall space under the barn, so we moved Katniss and her babies back in the sheep pen and moved the pigs somewhere else. I'll show you in a minute. little pigs we had to put in the cattle corrals because if we try to pull fence with as wet as it is, it'll just pull all those posts we set with the fence. And the goats are very pregnant. This is Anne, she's due March 2nd. This is Mary, she's due February 24th, as well as Ruby here. But I'm pretty certain they're all gonna be late as usual. And before they give birth, we gave them CD&T shots, and Ruby was pissed. The American breast chicks have been moved outside. They're over a month old now, and they're getting used to the cold, and then they'll move to the farm, just as the weather gets warmer. On February 20th, it was 80 degrees for the high, so we brought the breast chickens out. And I thought there would be more fighting with the Brahmas, but they were fine. Here is the first batch of meat chickens for 2023. They're the same old Cornish cross that I got in the past. They are the most efficient as far as giving you the most meat for the least amount of feed. We had some visiting calves over from next door, so we had to fix part of the fence. It's just an example of how you may have plans, but you may have to stop and go fix something else because cows. This is bale 21 of 25, and Crockett is having a good time tearing it apart before it's even off the tractor. I'm not sure I've mentioned that I put my greenhouse in the shower this year to keep them away from natural light. Also, we never use this shower, and it keeps them a little bit warmer. It's, I don't know, having a greenhouse effect. This here is butter crunch lettuce. I grew a ton of it and it needs to be transplanted. That's a succulent cutting. Back here are zinnias. They're all flowers. They're doing really well. Up here are tomatoes, little ones. And then I have jalapenos in here, but they haven't germinated, so I may have to restart them. And these are the bigger tomatoes. Of course, I grew a few too many, but it's hard for me to thin seedlings and throw something away that's growing. This is Sun King broccoli. It'll be okay in the heat. Normally, broccoli is a cool season crop. These are the bell peppers back here. And the next exciting step in our barn is a toilet. Hooray! Derek's inspiration for this bathroom was the Continental in John Wick. If you haven't seen that, shame on you. We also added a sink.